Okay, this is another start of another 15-minute video. Okay, as I left off before, these rocks were put here without authorization by Mr. Veskerna, because he doesn't want golf carts going by his patio. For 9 years, there wasn't a golf cart that went by here, or a person that walked here. 4 years ago, before they dug this out, these plants, that berm right there and the berm on the other side, this tract was higher than both of them. Everything was designed to send the water to the west. Everything was designed to send the water to the west. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to point out, and I'm I can't believe this has been allowed to go on and on and on. That's an access easement right there onto the golf course for all the people in parcel 12. On paper, it's exactly as tract H in parcel 13. On paper, all the plans, everything is the same. The same obligation from the HOA and the golf course to give me this. Now, at the end of this tract, this scar, this public hazard, this thing that's at the end of a public tract, look what you have here. In the business, we call that a fall or trip hazard. It's not being maintained. It's not being maintained by the golf course, and it's not being maintained by the HOA. Just like that plant that's sitting out on the street that I showed you, this crevice was carved a month ago. A month ago, that crevice was carved. It's been there like that for a month. A month. Charlie Waters, Andy's sidekick, Carlos, have probably played, since that's been carved there, at least 10 rounds a month. Now, it's perfect where they got the tees set up today. This guy's got a 135-yard shot to the green. It's a little better for me today. You see that pin? That pin is on the far left of the green. So everybody's trying to hit it over the water to that pin. So it's a true water shot. This morning, that's a true water shot. But when they move the pin to the right side of the green, what comes into play are my houses. My house and my property line are these plants right here. How hard do you think it would be for a young man who's never hit a golf ball before in his life? This is the 6th hole he's ever played in his life. He's 240 pounds, he's 6'3". He's never hit a golf ball in his life. And now he's on that tee. And I have children visiting that are and the children love to water my plants. They think it's the coolest thing to go and water all my plants. So you've got a child here coming down the line with a watering can, and you've got a guy here that can't be more than 125 feet, 200 feet at the most. And she's downrange of this guy. And when he takes his practice swing, he doesn't move his shoulders. They've told him, keep your head down, watch the ball. That means, for him, that means as a brand new golfer, that I don't move nothing but my arms and my hands. I'm not going to turn away from that ball, because they told me to keep when I turn away from it, I lose it. So this guy out here is swinging as hard as he can on his practice swings with just his arms and his hands. And you got a 4-year-old right here with a watering can watering that line of plants. And you got a gorilla down here that he's playing with 3 seasoned golfers. 3 guys that have played golf all their life. They know what they're doing. They brought him out here, gave him a borrowed set of clubs, filled the bag with balls, and he's out here. He's not the problem. He's trying to learn a game he's never played before. That's a missile launching site right there. Everything above those plants is my airspace. Those two white lines, they're saying out of bounds. Everything is my airspace, is everything above, say, to 50 feet high, 100 feet high, or just, let's go to the top of my roof over there, say 20 feet up, and then along his property line that runs the other way. That's his controlled airspace. Well, it ain't controlled airspace. All day long, I got missiles from this launch pad being launched by people who have never launched a missile in their life. This is amateur night for launching missiles from here to there. The only problem is only about 30% of the attempted launches from there are successful. Is anybody getting it? Now I'm going to go up there and I'm going to show it what it looks like from the other end. It's not good because I'm shooting into the sun in the morning. But that's what I deal with day in, day out. Day in, day out. And if I get a broken window, because the scorecard says nothing about property damage, I can't even go into the clubhouse and get anything done. If I go into the pro shop, and I've already done it, I think it's on another video if you watch them all. But here's the shot. Can you imagine a little girl, 4 years old, bent over, looking down, and with as much intensity and concentration and fulfillment, she's watering this plant and making sure it's going to water. She's got her head down, and here, right here, he can't be more than 200 feet from me. He's probably 150 feet from me. Now they're shooting for the pin that's right there, so they're going over the lake, or they're trying to get over the lake. What I'm trying to get to you is, when you put the pin on the far right side of the green, these guys aren't aiming across the lake anymore. They're aiming it down the sidewalk. And from here to the sidewalk for me is probably about 40 feet, 50 feet at the most. And what I put it up with day in and day out, if I survived the tee shot by a bunch of idiots, and I really mean it. You've got the morning crew going through here. These are seasoned golfers. These are probably the men's club. So there's a pretty good chance they've got a little golf savvy. But when you bring 4 kids out here, 4 young men that have never played the game before, everything's a baseball swing. They wouldn't know how to swing a club if they had to. And now, can you imagine a gorilla being there who has no clue what to do? He's swinging as hard as he can, and a 4-year-old is here with her head down. How hard do you think? Out of 1,000 shots it hits that way. Now, that house gets hit all the time. This house has been hit all the time. That house is hit all the time. On a busy day, during what you call the season here, when you call it the season, from the busy for opening day, like right now, from October to here comes Charlie Waters right now. Hey Charlie, you see that ditch there? You've been walking by it for a month. You don't see it? You don't see that as a fall hazard? Come on, say something. I got the camera on you. You don't see that ditch over there as a fall hazard? Yeah, why aren't you filling them in? You're the big cheese around here, fill it in. You waiting for somebody to break their leg in it?